Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Style and City Diaries.
Brought to you by your favourite and fabulous cousins, Prinny Ray.
And Amber Lowe.
Yes! Woo, 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 woo. I'm excited to be back.
I'm excited to
Even
be
though
back.
we're here every week.
No, every single week. Guys, we've got a guest this week.
We have a guest. We have none other than the fabulous Jade.
Woo!
Sorry, is it
Hi.
Jade Rozana?
Jade Rozana.
Is that what we're going by?
That's what we're going by. At the
Yeah.
moment.
Okay, let's
AKA
go.
Jade The Tall One.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
We got Jade Rozana Hun.
Woo!
I know everyone says that, but seeing us do it in unison is so exciting. So it's really giving Siamese twins. Like, it's so... Because okay, you guys know, I'm a big fan.
We love it.
Okay, hi everyone, I'm Jade. Lovely to meet you all. I saw them on the streets of Dalston. I was in a party and I ran out. I said, oh my days. Amber, Prinny Ray. Hi, I'm Jade. They're like, we know.
No.
I was like, hi, like, I'm a big fan. I listen to podcasts all the time. This, that. They were like, hi, I know.
No, excuse me. Don't
No,
make us
we
seem like we're bad
We
vibes.
were as excitable.
We were like,
No,
oh
no,
my
they
God.
were
We need
equally.
to get you on the pod.
And then
Yeah.
people were like, oh, we should meet up for drinks. I said, oh, yeah, defo.
No, we
sure.
actually do not. We say that, and we actually.
No, it's because we don't get on our Zoom.
We don't. And
We have a
at
to-do
10.
list that we don't get to, but
No,
when
can
we
I-
get to it.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
We've been broke. So it's like,
Oh,
no,
yeah,
I'm
no.
just going to
about
be
dinners.
honest.
Oh, drinks.
Yeah,
Oh,
about
yeah,
drinks
for
and
sure.
dinners.
Yeah,
I'm just going to
sure.
be honest. It's like, I actually really want to. And then we set a date and I'm like, bro, I can't even afford the travel there.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
So-
babe, I'm going out for dinner with my friend tomorrow. She messaged me. Well, last time we went out, we spent £100 each. She said, I can't do that again. We're
No.
going to Nando's.
Yeah.
No,
no,
because
no,
I
no.
want
Nando's
to see
is giving
I want
£25.
to see my
Yeah.
friend.
No,
And
yeah.
ultimately, whether it's Nando's, it can't be McDonald's. Like, actually,
Yeah.
respect me,
No.
do you know what I mean? Small Nando's.
Yeah.
But, like, I was like, let's do Nando's. She said, yeah, cool. I'm so
Yeah.
excited. I said, yeah.
Nando's or Vaps is the spot. I
Yeah.
met my friend recently. It was getting all 70, but it was one of them ones where it's like we didn't plan to eat. It was like, are you hungry?
Yeah.
And £70 on a are you hungry?
It's
It's a bit
embarrassing.
too much.
And do you know what, if I'm going out, so for example, I went out for Manny's birthday. Shout out to Manny,
Shout
the
out
classic Manny.
Woo,
Manny
woo.
and Bolly's birthday. And-
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Mwah. And we went to Amazonica. I already know I'm going to spend money.
Oh,
That's fine. But
In this economy?
No, but the last minute.
It's the ad hoc ones.
Yeah, the last minute. Oh, we might as well get food.
No,
Shut up.
we might as well go home.
Yeah,
Let's
sometimes be
rest at
skinny.
home.
There's actually right.
All right, before we
Sorry.
get into it, we need to take our shot. This is a new feature, shot o'clock.
Shot
Cheers.
o'clock. Cheers.
Cheers.
Sorry, is it?
That went
That's
down kind of
nice.
smooth though.
Yeah, I like that.
It was that.
That's bloody.
Amber, you alright?
Yeah.
It was that. It was a lot. It was all right. Well, these two have been drinking
Yeah,
without
sorry.
me, ahead of me,
Don't be saying that.
respectively in
We
their
didn't
respective
even-
quarters.
Sorry.
And I haven't, so I'm trying to catch up and be like, you lot.
Yeah, we didn't give the memo.
All right. So, hey Jade,
Hi.
introduce yourself.
Okay.
Introduce yourself.
No,
wait,
okay.
my name is Jade. Yeah.
Okay, and I tried to practice this because everyone gets nervous. I like to be prepared. So even if it's
Chill.
terrible, I tried. Okay. So hi, I'm Jade Rozana, aka Jade The Tall One, aka just Jade. I have a tall fashion brand called Rozana London, named after my mum and my grandma. Their names combined. Yes,
that's
Rosalind and
so
Zena.
cute.
Shout out to them. I'm a fashion contributor at Guap.
Whoop.
So I have words that I write and they get posted. What else do I do? Oh, I also have a 9 to 5.
Welcome
Making
to the
that
club.
finish.
Hustling,
You know.
hustling.
Well, I'm a project manager and I do other bits and bobs as well. A lot of other bits and bobs, but those are the 3 that I talk about a lot publicly. There's other things for off the pod.
And you have the tall girl brunch.
Oh
as
my
well.
gosh,
Come on.
sorry.
Yeah, come on.
Come on.
Hello.
Hello.
And and I also host these tall girl brunches every month during summer from 2021, 2022. It was every month for over a year.
Oh wow.
But this time I focused on the summer. So June, July,
August.
no, May, June, July, August. I knew what the next month was. Oh my gosh, so sassy. I was trying to the first one. May, June, July, August. So there's 2 left this summer, and then we'll do a Christmas dinner as well. Get the tall girlies together. Come on about the tall girlies. I'm 6 foot tall, which apparently you can't tell. I've got a short body.
You don't look 6 foot.
I know. Do you know why?
Because you're long
sorry.
legs,
no,
short
no.
torso,
No,
so when
this,
you
this is the real
sit-
truth, and this is not what I wanted to talk about. However, let me tell you something. Yeah, for you average height to petite girls, you don't know what 6 foot looks like because these men be lying to you. Now, if we do some simple maths, you don't have to be a scholar for this. You're 5'4", let's say.
I'm actually crying.
You're wearing 5-inch heels, and you're the same height as a 6-inch man. Now, 5 plus 4 is 9. That's 5'9". How's he 6 foot then, babe? Ask yourself this. Ponder on this.
Right.
So every man you dated that is 6 foot tall, in the same height as him in heels, and you only ever wear 5-inch heels max, that man is 5'9".
I've never thought of it like that. I've been bamboozled my whole life.
I only started thinking about it recently because I was trying to gauge what 5'9" looks like, and I was thinking about it in the context of heel. But I don't wear really. I don't wear 6-inch heels.
So
I
let's say
don't
you only
know.
wear 3-inch heels, but you're the same height as your 6 foot man.
It's given 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
I'm shy.
So I just thought I'd put that out there.
It's giving my height.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is
So I thought I'd put that out
scary.
there.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I think we've
Helping
all
the
just learned
girlies.
something today.
Okay, I have a.
That wasn't even the aim of the call.
No.
Podcast done.
Podcast done, literally.
Thanks for coming. See you later.
Great tip. What is the entry requirement for the tour guide? I can't lie.
5'9".
I'm like hating from outside the club,
110%.
so I can't. Oh, okay.
5'9".
Right.
And I'm very strict about that. There was one babe, you know who you are, that came that was 5'8". I will never forget you. Let me tell you something. So at the tour guide brunches, I heavily encouraged wearing heels, right?
Yeah.
So people think I won't notice. I have the spirit of God inside me, so I can sense when you're not 5'9" and above. This babe,
Sorry, just for clarification. If you go to the brunch, you have to be 5'9" and above.
yes,
Okay.
and a woman.
And a woman.
All
sorry.
you men ordering tickets, and I
Really?
keep your money, and I don't give you the location. You know who you are. Stop reporting me because I see the
What is going-
emails.
Why are they buying tickets?
This
What do they
is
want?
No,
chaotic. I love
you don't
it.
understand. Anyway, leave that to one side. That's what I'm for another day. That's reason.
Oh, girl.
Leave that to one side.
Okay.
So this babe, bless her, she was really lovely though. Shout out to her. She didn't get added to the tour guide group chat though because she didn't meet the requirements. But so she came with her friend. Her friend didn't want to go alone. I get that. Her friend's like 5'11". She was 5'8".
Okay.
She walked in. I was sat down. She was wearing heels, and I thought my spirit felt uneasy.
Like you look.
Do you know, for example,
Not
I'm
tall.
lactose intolerant. It's like when I have a bit of ice cream and my tummy feels a bit
Yeah.
off. I know this was not a good decision. Like my spirit was not at rest. And we're eating, we're drinking, bottomless brunch. You know, your lips get a bit loose, you're a bit talking about. I said, how tall is everyone? I said, how tall are you, babe? She said, oh, I'm 5'8". I said, I know.
I'm crying.
I know. And her friend
At
said,
least she was honest.
yeah, friend said, oh no,
Yeah.
but you know, this, that. I don't want to come alone. I said, it's good to have confidence, babe. We're all here alone. I said, and I always say at the very least, if you want to come along.
Ask.
I'm actually quite nice, but at the very least, I'm coming alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
fair
most people come
enough.
alone because you're usually the only tall girl in your group of friends.
Yeah.
So you always come alone, and people make friends. Like one babe, shout out to her. She had a baby recently. Some of the tall girls went to go and see her.
Oh, that's so
Another one,
community.
yeah, another one. Like she's from Birmingham. She came down. 2 girls went to go and see her and stayed with her. I'm terrible at keeping in touch. I think I just facilitate this
Yeah.
Yeah,
community.
but that's sometimes
and
that's
it's
enough.
absolutely beautiful. I do really like. It's probably my favorite thing I do as part of the brand. Because the brand is stress RIP. But it's like
Is it not on a?
no, it's like RIP to me sometimes.
Oh, not the brand.
yeah.
No, like to
It's
me,
like not on suicidal shit, but I wanna. I'm live.
exactly. But the tour guide brunches, it's bottomless brunch. It's fun. It's with the girlies. You make your new friends. I think everyone's anxious at first, but ultimately, everyone loves connection. Everyone loves community. When you see people, you're all there for the same reasons. I'm chatty anyway. Everyone kind of gets into it, and it is honestly a really. I properly enjoy them. See, I also do that as well.
Oh, I love.
Yeah.
I like
I
that.
can't come.
It's adorable.
It's okay.
No, nor can I. But it's not for us. Like
It's
we
not,
can't
it's
be in
not.
every single
It's not.
space, and that's the
People
thing. And
will
I
comment on TikTok and say, "I'm gonna make my short girl brunch." I said, go ahead.
okay, then do it.
Like there were restaurants,
No one's
there were
stopping
short
you.
people, there were people that can organize. Don't you have what
Yeah.
it called? Was it organizational skills?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
Project
I think
coordinator, go ahead.
it's good to have that sort of like safe space, let's
Yeah.
say, where like you can just go and like wear your heels, be yourself, not feel self-conscious. Because I know that a lot of
Yeah.
tall girls
Yeah.
do feel self-conscious. They won't wear heels.
Exactly.
They won't go to certain spaces where it's like, no, I'm going here and I'm gonna look my best and I'm with other girls.
And my friend said to me, it's so weird seeing Jade in a photo look average height because we're all the same. Like, cause I'll be wearing heels wherever. Because personally, I believe that some outfits need heels.
Yeah.
So what am I supposed to do? I should be now slouching like this?
Yeah.
No. So
I love her.
No, quite
so I
literally.
have to. So I'm very confident in that, and also I come from a very tall family, so I'm average height for my family. So I think that makes it easier. But I'll be in a photo and we're all like this at the same height, and it's my friend said that to me. I said that's a very good point. Usually it's like it's like flipping skyscrapers and just me at the end, or like me in the middle. But we all like average height, and people really do like that. But genuinely, at these tall girl brunches, we're not talking about tall struggles. It ends up being about boys, about work, about race. Because to be fair, it's actually quite a good mix. Recently, it's been mainly black girls, like this year. But before that, it was a good mix of different people. I think COVID changed things. Everyone wants to be outside. Now it's a bit more settled down, and they see me. They see me as only a black girl thing. It's not, by the way. Come along. As long as you're tall, I genuinely don't care. But we talk about stuff, and like, I'm also friends with some of these girls now. Like, we meet up and things like that. And it's cool. And it's just a nice little thing. And I think making friends as an adult is so difficult.
It's really, really
100%.
hard.
Especially post-COVID, because you're not in the office 5 days a week. You might not even see the person you actually like. You don't even, and obviously when you're on Teams, for example, you have a meeting at 10 o'clock, you start to work at 10:01 because you like, there's no more, oh, what did you get up to the weekend? This, that. You no longer have that. So I enjoy it. It's fun. Ultimately, I have a bit of food, have a cheeky drink. What's not to love?
Yeah.
Have a
And
good time.
that point is so true about like making friends as an adult. It's like, unless you're meeting someone through someone, but then it's like, I don't really want to like make a friend that's my friend's friend. That is it's always like there's so much technicals with it.
I will say though, I say this, maybe I'm fake, who knows. I, however, do make friends quite easily. One of my friends, shout out to you, Amina, love you. I met her at 3 recesses in a row. I saw her 3 times. I said, we have to be friends.
Yeah.
It's meant to be.
I'm seeing you. And now we're mates.
Yeah.
I met
love
someone in
that.
a nail shop. Now we're friends.
I need your.
I'm
That's
just-
lovely.
I'm just chatting away.
Yeah.
And I've just...
Do you know what I think? I think people see friendship as like a very like, you're my ride or die, like you're my bad bitch for life. But it's like, no, I can have like,
You have to start
not
from
calling
somewhere.
them like an
Yeah.
acquaintance.
No, but an acquaintance
like
is
a
not
casual
bad
friend,
yeah, but it's
word.
like, you're my friend. I meet up with you. We go for drinks. We have food, or we go out and this and that. And it's
Exactly.
like,
But you have
you
to
don't-
move from an acquaintance. Like, you
To
you
get
don't
somewhere,
start as at a deep friendship.
Yeah,
That's odd.
That's so true.
Like, you start because you go out for drinks, and when you go out for drinks, sometimes like I'll message you and you're like, oh, actually I'm going through it. I'll talk to you, and like you build the trust, and that's how you start. Like, I'm sorry, it's, and I guess you know what, when you've had like, you guys are close, you guys are cousins, you guys are family, you guys know each other from birth or from primary school, secondary school, even uni. You forget you have those hours, especially at uni, for example. You're there 24/7 with the same people. It's like Love Island. You're there for such a long period of time. It's intense. But when you're an adult, you're staying at home by yourself versus living with these people.
Yeah.
All these kind of different bits and bobs. It's about just take them easy, you know?
yeah.
Like, take it, it doesn't have to be too intense. It's not life or death. Go out for drinks, go out for dinner, then like do things together. You don't have to jump straight into, and also, I'm sorry, I feel like friendships are really built in person. Online is great. You can build good connections online, but it's nothing like just chatting with a girl in person.
You get that energy.
and and you feel someone, and your instincts kicking like, this is actually a good egg. So yeah,
Have
that's
you
why.
ever come across bad eggs?
Oh, there are
Plenty.
so many
They're
bad eggs.
everywhere.
They are
eggs.
everywhere.
Bad eggs are scary because why are you mean?
I think that's my problem. I mean, my toxic trait is like gassing it on a night out, like, oh my God, we should hang out, and then just not following through.
I'm bad at following up.
I'm really bad at following up. But then also it's like, I've had experiences where I've let people in and they're just weird. So I have a very like no new friends mentality because I can just about manage my own friends in terms of being present and showing up.
I have my friends are more like my family.
Yeah.
And then this is my mentality basically with everything. If the worst case scenario is that I'm back where I started, I'm okay. The worst case scenario is that I make friends with you and then I end up only having my girls.
Fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you're
haven't
not
lost
losing
anything,
anything.
yeah.
True.
And it's not that big of a, I've lost friends, and not like dead, but dead to me. But like
It's
I've
still
lost
wink.
The wig is sending me. You're right, because it's so good. It's so quick to say.
It's on point.
Like, I've lost friends and things, but I don't have regrets for those good. The good times still
Yeah.
count, and at
Yeah,
that period of
fair.
time, they were still good. And I think always look at things as who you were then, not in hindsight, because you can't. It's like you judging yourself at 30, but you're judging your 10-year-old self. That's not fair.
Yeah.
That's
At the
childish.
time, exactly. At the time, you'd have made the same decision. So just take it easy. A friend can be an acquaintance. You can have a good time. Especially like you're going out. Let's say you go into a barbecue, you meet someone, go for a couple of drinks, talk on Instagram, see if you have common interest, then build a friendship based on that. And I do understand people building friendships intentionally, but also don't put so much pressure that you're assuming someone's personality, assuming who you think they are, and then making decisions based on your own preconceptions versus the reality. That's a disaster. Like, that's already, it's going to go left, guaranteed. Just take it easy. Life
I'm gonna make
It's giving good friendship advice.
No, literally. Like, I'm gonna go. I want to make friends.
All right, put it into practice.
Do you remember when I joined Bumble to make more black friends?
Oh God, you did, and then you just never.
And then I was like, that's so scary. I just didn't go to anything.
Most people are. Everyone says that Black London girls are bad vibes.
I don't think so.
I think they're
very misunderstood.
So. And I just feel like, I'm sorry, it's so easy to make
I just think there's mean girls in every race.
Every race, yeah. 100%.
Thank you. And I think also, again, top places make friends. A cheeky night out. Because somewhere like Recess, DLT, you see the same people again and again. Just smile. People forget that smiling is a very simple thing. I just smile at someone, I see them again. Oh, you look great. Especially if you actually look great. Let me tell you.
Yeah,
I don't think that compliment should be hoarded.
Oh, I love giving
I love a compliment.
If it's in your mind, they should know it. They should appreciate it.
Very hard.
You see someone cool, whatever. It's not a big deal. And then you see the nail shop. Shout out to Pink. I love her. I met that weekend before DLT. I met like 4 girls.
Did you go?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh God.
No. We want to debrief.
There were like 4 girls I met at the nail shop before DLT. I said, see you on the beach by fire by force. I saw them. I've got some of them on Instagram now. Probably if they're funny, put laughing emoji because you're actually laughing.
No,
just tap it.
Yeah.
They just released another weekend.
I know. I saw.
I got the email. I was like, whoa.
Are you one of the bad vibes crew?
No. That is not my ministry. I'm going. I think it's just Do I have a ticket? Yes.
Okay.
Do I have a hotel? Yes.
Okay.
Do I have flights? No.
You're very organised. You're better than some.
Because I did booking.com. I can cancel it the month before.
Right.
Fine.
So I'm still, it's June next year. I could be on holiday. I can move to a new country.
Yeah, you don't know who you're going to be.
I'm taking it easy. Plus the ticket, I can probably sell it because people want to buy it.
Always.
So it's fine. And if now this is a bad financial advice. If I buy it in February and the event is in December and I don't get a refund, I didn't lose any money in my head because that's February's money.
So long ago.
Thank you. Yeah. That's my problem. So if no one buys it, in my head, I didn't lose any money.
Yeah, because money's been
because
gone,
money's like last year. That's so old news.
Yeah.
So there's nothing.
I would totally understand that, that frame of thought. Like,
no, 100%.
It was so long ago.
It's gone.
Like
the money has gone.
And also, when you part ways with money, you've parted ways with that money. So there's no if you do manage to send it, that's like, oh,
it's
my
like lottery money if you get the money back. It's like you won
that
the raffle.
Reminds me, I saw my Beyonce ticket back to Ticketmaster. Where's that money?
Oh God! Make sure
Email.
you chase it.
Yeah, no, literally.
Okay, I want to know more about the inception of your brand because obviously you're all about the tall girlies.
Yes.
Like, what inspired you to start?
Anger and aggression are my 2 biggest inspirations in life.
Amazing.
No, I think joy is I'm
really
tall.
enjoying this.
So I am 6 foot tall. I think I said this already. I was, for context, my family were all giants, but I was 5'11" in year 7. I haven't grown that much.
Year 7.
Yes. So understand, I've been tall for a long period of time. So just as context, I've always loved fashion. Despite many misconceptions, I can sew. I just hate sewing. That's why I go down the manufacturer route. And so I was like, what's the official story? Let me try to remember. It's been so long ago. So first year of uni, I was under the impression that the reason why I couldn't find a banging birthday dress, and I think tracksuits, whatever, they're minor issues, but birthday dresses, wedding guest dresses, these big events that you kind of look at these photos again and again, they're the important ones for me. Day-to-day, I don't really care. And I thought I couldn't find a birthday dress because I didn't have any cash. That was my logic. I'm too broke. So I saved up maybe £350, £400 for a dress. Couldn't find. Wait, can I swear?
Yeah.
Couldn't find jack shit. Couldn't find jack shit. And I said, whoa. So I have cash,
but there's nothing there for me.
I said, damn, how sad. I should start a brand. One day, when I'm 35 and old, now look at me at 25, that's not that far away. I said, when I'm old, I've got 3 kids, I've already got my 2 houses and my husband.
Wishful thinking from all of us.
Yeah.
We all thought that.
And I was like, that's when I started the brand. Then I had a placement year and I realised I don't have any homework. So when I get home, I don't
do anything. Yeah. I'm just there.
The realization that your evening is yours.
Yeah, so obviously I had first year of uni, second year of uni, then a placement year. No, because I'd get home and there's no like reading to do.
Yeah.
There's no homework. I just sit on the sofa, I watch TV and I go to bed.
Yeah.
And I have to be busy. That's my toxic trait. I have to be busy. So I was like, oh, I'll start the brand now. Hated that job. It was in tech and I was so underemployed or whatever. I was researching my brand at work on the computer.
I love that for you.
Type. I said, cool. So I realized what I need to do is find another job with better money. So I doubled my salary, found another job. Cool. And I said, I'm going to do this brand thing. And I started it based on that. So that's why. And during COVID, I moved into loungewear because of necessity. But it's not. Rozana for me will always be the big events where I'm going to this. It's my birthday in 6 months. What am I going to wear? And also for me, clothing holds memories. Not every single memory, but I remember the first time I wore that dress or like my graduation dress. I've worn it since. It was Rozana, of course. I've worn it since, but I remember that as that dress. Like I remember this top. This top is the print is a painting I did in year 7. And I turned it into a print. So I was just like, that would be really cool.
That is so nice.
This, and that's why every single one is individual. Because it was an abstract painting I just did. I've always been quite artistic, but I'm Nigerian, lol. So
it gets
so I've always been very artistic. And to be fair, I think because my parents were always like, you have to go down the academic route. So I have qualifications in fashion where I did alongside my GCSEs and things like. Because they were like, if you're gonna do it, you need to be book, which is shout out to them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I can sew. So I have all these different skills. And I was like, I know I want to be in fashion, but I don't know exactly where. So I end up going to corporate. I'm still in corporate now. I love the corporate cash. It's yummy. So I'm still, but that Rozana for me is those moments of I want to stand out. I need to eat. This is my moment to shine. It's not, tracksuits are still there. The tracksuits eat. They're the only tracksuits that I own. I'm also not a loungewear or streetwear babe at all. So it's just not natural for me. So the only tracksuits that I own are Rozana tracksuits. But that was the whole idea of the brand. It was about those moments. So like birthdays, New Year's, like, you're you already know I'm going to eat. These people are going to fall down and die when I step into that place, bro. You do your makeup, you take your time. You need 2 hours, you take 3. Like, you just, and then you put on your dress and you step out, fainting left and right. People can't handle it. That is, for me, what Rozana's about. So I'm now moving to that thing of every day is a big day. So, and that's why I like the sleeves. I like a bit of fun. I like a bit of colour. I like a bit of texture. I wish I should have brought the coat with me. The fur coat I'm bringing out.
Ooh.
Big pimping.
Oof.
That's what that is.
She said.
That coat, though, is heavy. I'm also very particular about quality.
Yeah.
It's probably my biggest red flag as a designer. It takes me a long time. If I'm not happy, I'm not happy.
But I don't think that's a red flag.
I think it's a good way to
it
be.
takes me time, though.
But
and time
that's
is money.
Okay. I get time is money, but also if you want to release something, you want to release something good.
Yeah.
And you
And
release
it right.
on your own time and get
Exactly.
it right. Like, you don't need to follow like, oh, it's SS23, it's SS24, AW, but no.
Every day's a new day. Like, I'm just taking it as it comes. But that fur coat, that fur coat, Tesco has seen that coat. Because I said, I must wear it.
Yeah.
I said, that fur coat with pajamas, I'm sorry, that's a look.
Is it?
It's long.
To the anks?
It's down to like here. I wore it over my birthday weekend. I celebrated across the whole of March. One of my birthday weekends, one of the 4. I wore it. It is what it is. It's blue. I need to choose another colorway. It's like bright blue. I'll show you guys afterwards.
Oh,
it's
please
cute.
do.
It's long and it's heavy. That coat is warm. It's for London.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's, that, I'm sorry, these, how do I say this? I think we have forgotten what quality actually feels like.
Yeah, 100%.
Because we're so used to fast fashion, we forget what actual quality looks like.
They're churning things out way too fast to do quality control.
There's a reason why vintage still eats like it did 50 years ago, because it was made with care. There's a really good book now. I'm a fashion nerd, so keep that in mind. A really good book called Fashionopolis, which goes, and also the Anti-Capitalist Book of Fashion, Tamsi, I forgot her name, and the other babe. Fashionopolis and the Anti-Capitalist Book of Fashion. Really interesting look into what fashion was versus what it is now, and how our brains are so warped. It's like, I wrote an article called Sustainable. Now, I'm also a Beyonce fan, so keep in mind. Called Sustainable, and this was written at 4:30 a.m. in the gym.
Love it.
Called Sustainability and the Freakum Dress. Beyonce calls us to arms to put on our freakum dress to make when our man is not acting right. Do you have a freakum dress? No, because you wear a new outfit every single night. But the idea of having that dress that eats every single time you bring it out again and again, we've lost that art of buying clothes for life.
Yeah.
Because
everything's for a moment. Like I'm invited here. What can I get?
Yeah.
Exactly. What's going to be delivered in 2 days or one?
Yeah.
And something that's not too expensive. It's not going to be quality.
No.
That's the thing. So like that idea of, that's also back to Rozana. That's kind of what I want. This top, even those I've worn it to death, Jade rest. They've seen this top, but I'll never rest.
It's yours.
But that's the thing, like your clothes is your clothes.
Yeah.
And it's always like,
and we all own
even
machines.
on the pod, like I get all weird, like God, I've already
worn
worn
this,
this.
yeah,
Like they've seen it on camera, but it's like, do you think I have 50,000 things like my clothes is my
But also,
clothes?
if you like it, you should
wear it.
It's a very normal thing. We have washing machines. That's what clothes are meant to be enjoyed for a lifetime.
Yeah, over and
you
over
wear
again.
it, you wear it, you wear it.
Like
you
as a
wear it.
kid, you'd have your favorite T-shirt and you'd
Yeah.
want to wear that so many times, or like your
favourite
favorite
shoes,
trousers,
yeah.
favorite shoes,
Yeah.
and it was just so normal to wear that repetitively.
Yeah.
Repetitively.
Yeah. You got
Until
it.
your
You got it,
parent is
girl.
like, you know, you have other clothes.
worn
Yeah,
out,
like no,
yeah.
I want
A big
my this,
rest,
and it's like now
rest.
it's house clothes.
Yeah, no, but
like,
but you're still wearing it.
yeah.
Now when you rinse it to the
Yeah,
point where
yeah,
you got
yeah.
to demote it to house clothes.
Yeah.
No,
But it's
for
like, but
sure.
no, we don't do that anymore.
I know, it's really bad. But that's like my idea behind Rozana anyway. So I love when people wear my clothes. They're like, shout out to Coco Jones. Love her. She wore it. She even made content. I didn't ask her. I said, wow.
I love that.
Love that. And then
How tall is she?
Organic.
She's 5'10".
Okay.
And then she came to London for the first time. What did she wear? Rozana.
Oh, so she had it from before. I thought you
Yes.
gave it to her when she was here.
That's the third time she's worn it.
Oh,
As far as I know.
keep wearing it, girl.
I said, wow. And I love that. Like, you should
Yeah.
wear it
Yeah.
again and again and again. I love those pieces that, what should I wear? Oh, let me wear this. It's going to eat. Where you already, like, it's guaranteed a good time. You know you're going to feel good. You're going to look good. You're going to step out. And I feel like clothes feed into your confidence. When things fit you well, that's another thing where being a tall woman, I'm like, why is the sleeve 3/4?
Yeah, it's there, bare there, and now you've got.
Because I was just gonna ask, having like an ignorant moment, and for anyone who maybe doesn't understand the reason why you brought out this brand and the issues you're trying to address. Basically, I guess you have like body size or whatever.
Yeah.
But the typical stores don't accommodate for the height and the length of arms. Is that what the main issue is?
For context, right, the average inseam will be 30 inches. You're buying jeans, 30 inches. Petite is 28, maybe 26. Longest 32 for jeans. I've got a 36-inch inseam. And especially most of my customers in America, some of them have 38-inch inseam. So imagine that, where
What's
that
it
fits.
inseam?
the inside.
From
No,
your,
if anyone
your
doesn't
inside leg.
understand,
So
yeah.
how from your crotch
Down.
I was
Yeah.
like- I was
From
like-
your ninny to your
down,
toes.
down to your foot, right? And I don't want to go too technical, but inseam, for example, if you've got a cropped jean, it will say to fit a 36-inch inseam, but it won't actually be 36 inches. It'll be a bit shorter because it's cropped. Just as imagine, I've got 36-inch inseam. So when I'm buying jeans, and the funny thing is, especially with trousers are not cut straight. Your hip to knee, and then your knee to ankle are two different measurements. So when some brands make tall sections, they just add to the end. But actually, my knee is in a different place. My waist is in a different place. My hips are at a different point of the jeans. It's not just about adding extra length to the end.
Right.
It's like the whole
yeah,
thing
there needs to
is
be
done
proportionately,
accordingly.
yeah.
Yes, which is it's finicky. It's not easy because like there are a lot of patterns that aren't made for tall women, so it takes me longer, I will say, but that's what makes it different. And yeah.
So like tool section in these shops. So essentially what you're saying is they just add on to the end. They don't actually cater to a tall person.
Yeah. And that's the problem. So you'll buy something and you'll think, so at least, so as much as I said at these tall girl brunches, we don't always talk about tall things, but it's always about clothing comes up. So there is a particular brand that does a tall section. Overall, a very good tall section, but the crotch is always baggy because they add too much to the crotch. I don't have a long vagina. Like,
yeah. Sometimes maybe I want it to be squished.
No,
you
but
know?
it's kind of but it's that's not the bit. It's
That's
just,
not my issue.
Yeah, that's the issue is that I've got a long vagina. It is always really bunched around the crotch. And even example, this skirt I'm wearing now, you guys can't see. It's a maxi skirt.
Oh.
Where?
Yeah, it's given just under the knee.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Interesting.
So, and even things like, so
that is so interesting because on me, that's to my ankle.
But then like day-to-day things, please, it's on the floor when you wear heels. Like that kind of so it's just kind of, you know, as an adult, it's probably easier. But as a child, even school uniform, things like that. I remember getting in trouble for my skirt being too short, and I was like, "Miss, my skirt is not even rolled. Like, it's just my legs are just long. Like, what do you want me to do?" So it's really finicky, and I do think that because fashion is how we present ourselves to the world, before you even speak, whether it's your makeup, your hair, your clothing, whatever, it's how you present yourself. Because as a tall woman, and this is a thing amongst all non-straight size people, whether you're plus, petite is a bit different. I always say with petite, and come through for the comments, I can take it. Petite, you can take away fabric. You can't add fabric when you're tall. That's a different ball game. You're gonna spend extra money tailoring. That's bad. Like, I understand that, especially in the cost of living crisis. But you can take away fabric. You cannot add fabric. That's a whole different ball game. So I'm only going to include tall women and plus women, or plus tall women. That's a whole different ball game. Shout out to you guys. That's a whole different thing. But imagine I have this vision of how I want to look, but the clothes do not exist. So let's say that you want to be super girl, your little mini skirts, but all mini skirts have belts on you. So you're not even presenting yourself how you want to present yourself. Like, it's actually impossible to present yourself how you want to.
This is really like
so even you're trying to find a good pair of jeans, but you don't have the jeans in the silhouette that you want that suit your body because you're tall. So then when you're going out in the world, you're not your true self. And it does actually affect you. It's probably easier as an adult, number one, and easier as a fashion designer. I have a lot of samples that I haven't released. I'm so sorry, guys. I have a lot of knitwear. There's one cardigan I wear to death. It eats. Sorry, guys.
It'll come when it's ready to. Where am I looking? It's come when it's ready to come.
When I'm ready, but you know, so it is probably easier for me now. But definitely growing up, you're trying to experiment with fashion. Yeah. But they don't fit. Primark doesn't fit. I can't shop in stores.
They don't. No. One of my cousins is really tall as well. And years ago, I remember she was shopping from men's section to get jeans.
But that's the thing, though. But then what happens if you have
because men's obviously cut straight.
They're straighter, and they're also a lot lower.
And the crotch and everything. So it's like now you're square, even if you're not square.
Yeah. So like even long sleeve
tops. But that was many years ago.
Long sleeve tops are always. Oh, winter is so cold. Like my wrists are always cold. Also, I've also got longer fingers as well. So and I have nails. Buying gloves. Rozana gloves come in 1 year in Jesus' name.
What? You know what? I never.
But
the struggle is a lot, and I didn't even think about gloves.
Yeah, gloves, because my fingers are longer. So imagine. So let's say I'll buy like the stretchy woolen ones. Yeah. They'll stop like. They'll stop like before the end of my palm.
Could you buy men's? Sorry, I know it's not ideal.
But men's don't like. They have bigger hands. I don't actually have bigger hands. I just have long fingers. And also men's have, well, at least when they're
like bulky.
Yeah. So it'll stop here, and then let's say I don't have a tall coat. Exactly. I don't have a tall coat, so my coat. Let's say, for example, I do now. I've got cash, but my coat will then stop. My coat will stop above my watch. So there's this area during school times, breezy.
Yeah, and then
those
your
icy
ankles.
winds. Those tights.
This ain't right though.
Tights are a whole different ball game.
But so I feel like I'm having one of those like, not a Karen moment, but it's when
giving
it's
white
like,
women's coming racism.
Do you get it? But I just in my head I'm like, but tall women have been around forever. So do we need to protest at what point? Because I don't understand why this struggle, we're still here with it in 2023.
I don't want to take this away from tall women, but like also plus size women have been around forever.
And
they have just
and
about
tall
now
and plus. That's whole
started catering for them.
This ain't right.
But do you know, actually, sorry, because models are tall.
See, now,
but
let's
models
get into
are tall and slim. Is that what it is?
That's
what it is.
That's where there's this.
What's up?
Is that what it is?
It's actually probably easier to shop. Sample sales are a goldmine. If you're tall and slim, sample sales are where it's at. I remember my godmother took me to my first sample. You're asking to use my memory. That's
okay. If it comes to you, but carry on.
So I went to my first sample sale when I was 18 with my godmother, Auntie Sophia. Shout out to you. And I had my first ever maxi dress, and it was too long for me. Because at the time, I was 18. I was a lot slimmer than I am now. And so I was sample size. and it fit me. And I'm finding jackets that are like down to here because they're literally off the runway. But samples are off, like samples made in sample size and then adjusted to the model. But that's not what the wholesale. Because don't forget, with a traditional fashion calendar, for example, spring summer is now. I'm gonna have to use my brain. Spring summer is shows are held in winter, so that traditionally the buyers will look at the collection, place orders for Selfridges, Harrods, all these big department stores, and then they will make it and it will arrive. But it's not based on model sizing because the average human is not 6 foot tall, or even loads of models are more likely to be in between 5'9" and 5'11". You can be too tall to be a model.
Okay.
Because you have to be placed with men, and male models tend to be around 6'1" to 6'3", maybe 6'4".
Right.
And this is, I'm talking about, how do I say this? I'm talking about catwalk models.
Yep.
I'm not talking about commercial or fast
because
fashion
they can
models.
be short. They can be a lot of things.
Yeah. So that's a whole different ball game. But that was, and as much as sample sizes are very fat phobic, but the idea is that this one sample will fit every model. If you break your leg, the next model will jump in.
Yep.
So
this is so interesting, and I feel like a movement must happen. But I guess you are doing that single-handedly almost.
I'm trying. It's a different market. I will say a good 85% of my customers are American.
Good.
Okay.
Only because, and
love that.
I was trying to figure it out.
Fuck the UK, bitch.
And I was trying to figure this out. It's because they have
Don't
two
get
communities.
us cancelled. Like,
You're like 80% of your listeners
no,
are UK.
like, not you guys.
No, there's like everyone else.
No, you know what?
You've been here.
No, do you know why I say good? Because I just love when people do things and have brands, and I want you to win. And I just feel like the US is a bigger market. So if you're blowing up there,
but the thing is, there are
keep
multiple studies, and it's not a UK black thing. And it's always the thing on Twitter. It's just how we are as shoppers. Continental Europe is a lot worse, and Scandinavia is the worst place for newness. They shop where they shopped 50 years ago. Like, as in, there are studies about this, where, you know, Americans are more open to new things. That's how they're introduced, that, you know, the American dream, blah, blah, blah. So they are socialized to want something new, to be out there, to be bold, to be more individualistic. With that in mind, you want to try something new. You're more open to new innovation, this, that, as simple as that. In Europe as a whole, we're a bit more reserved. We also have a longer history, colonization, and all that kind of thing. But we have things that we've been doing for years and have been working for years.
Don't fix it.
So there's no need to fix it. Scandinavia's a bit more isolated than the UK. So that's why you look at Scandinavian style, it's quite clean cut, quite simple, and quite homogenous across the board. Versus here, you'll see different styles, like in London, for example. Also, don't have as much immigration, which impacts fashion, impacts food, culture as a whole. So it's not even that the UK is bad vibes, just we are slower to adopt new things. That's all it is. And that's to do with anything, with technology, with fashion, with culture, it just takes a lot of time. Things are underground for a long period of time.
But if it's a new thing that can help you.
No, it's about the risk. So it's like, I think every new generation of innovators, whatever it is, has a new risk. 15, 20 years ago, it was the idea of putting your car details online was a crazy thing. So you're trying to make online business, but no one wants to put it. Now we're like, whatever.
I'm like, if it's Zayn online, I don't want to do it.
Yeah. Then now we're looking at, there's other issues where it could be an online scam. Then now it's that, is it a catfish? Like, will it look like after Photoshop? Everyone can do Photoshop now. Yeah. So will it even look like how it looks like on the model? Or have all the influencers been lying? So every generation of new businesses have a new social or cultural, whatever you want to call it, issue to deal with. This in the UK, it's looking like everyone else, follow culture, whatever you want to call it. Is I want to be the only one, but I want to be like everyone else. So like, you know, I'm the first one to dress like this, but we all dress the same because it's called a trend, which has been a thing for the whole of time. That's why you can say 1960s dress, because that's what it looked like for that period of time. It was popular. It's not called copying. Like, it's so, I don't know what everyone's looking, I don't know.
No, but we do have the thing of like, I don't want to look like the next person, but
really,
if you zoom out, we are all carbon copies of everyone.
You don't like the next person, but you also don't want to stand out. I beg, choose a struggle. Do you know what I mean? Like, because if someone's dressing too much, it's like, what is she doing? This, that, blah, blah, blah. But then if you look at everyone else, why is she copying me? I'm sorry, you bought it from a shop that has 50,000 units of this dress. And you really believe you, Amber, you, Prinny, will be the only person in the whole of the world to wear this 50, like, but there's so many of them.
Prinny hates, literally hates a copy.
Oh my God.
It's so bizarre.
No, but
it's not
No,
bizarre.
but I think it's more
bizarre.
a case of like, if we're in the same event and I'm wearing the same thing as you,
it's
I'm
just
going home.
No, but then that was fabricated, because remember they used to think, oh, who wore it best? I beg, didn't you both eat? Maybe. And also, I'm so sorry, because because it is, because you'll go to an event, you're all wearing all black.
Oh God, yeah, that's why I hate black parties.
But then, did she copy you, or was it an all black party?
Do you know what? I feel like you've opened my eyes to viewing things in such a different light and like a different angle of things, and it's so true. It's like we go out and we both wear black, let's say, or we both wear a corset that one's cut.
So unintentional, like, get out of my brain, like.
But also unintentionally, it's so jarring.
A similar stimuli.
Yeah,
that's why was it? If COVID was 2020, all collections made or designed then would have come out 2022. There's this thing across fashion, especially as of late with globalization. This is my economics degree coming through. With globalization, where we have similar stimuli. Back in the day was a whatever. You could say a French person dresses like XYZ. They had stripe, they had a beret, they had very kind of what would be the word?
That like
I guess
tailored that fisherman wide thing,
tailored trousers. They have a smart shoe. This, that. As a French person, English person, an American person, this, that. Because of the internet, because of globalization, we have similar stimuli. That's why this is not even just a fashion thing. Airports look the same across the world. Phone boxes, buildings, this, that. So our stimuli of how we create based on our environment, because our environment is looking more and more similar, our creation is looking more and more similar. So you'll look at, that's why trends are shorter and not that different, because we're looking at the same things. And that's what's making fashion, culture, architecture, all things to do with design, very similar across the board. And that's, I think, a sad thing. We no longer have as a unique point of view. Just because we're all looking at Instagram. We're looking, and you don't know how many things like influence you just by looking at the same thing. You didn't copy her because you're both different. Oh, not hand up.
That's a question. I'm gonna be a bit messy.
Let's go.
It's been a while. So based on what you said in terms of like similar stimuli, and we're all looking at the same things and influenced by the same things, I'm looking at you wearing your Rozana London top, and it's a print.
Yeah.
Which is unique to you because it's something that you did and you were in year 7. How do you feel about a lot of independent brands coming up maybe around a similar time as you, and a lot of people are doing prints, different prints? Like, what's your kind of opinion on that print trend, and where do you see it going forward?
I read this piece, I want to say in BOF or maybe McKinsey, talking about how there's ebbs and flows and there are cycles in fashion. We go from maximalism to minimalism, back to maximalism. A good example would be the hemline index, where the length of women's skirts are related to the state of the economy. The shorter the skirt, the worse the economy. The idea being that...
Run up the miniskirts!
Yeah, and it's funny that, where miniskirts are back in fashion post-COVID with the economy, because you're like, I'm going to go outside.
Yeah, fuck it.
And it's like, it's one of these little things of no one really believes, some people believe it, but there's kind of connections or whatever. I think the same thing. We were stuck indoors. You need a bit of light, you need a bit of fashion, you need a bit of fun, you have a bit of colour, you have a print, why not? However, also, trends are not only, in my mind, now this is just my personal opinion, disagree with me, whatever, trends are not only created based on different stimuli, but also what's making money. What is successful that works for you? Let me try that. We see on TikTok, see on Instagram, it's not exclusive to fashion. I think it's a mixture of both, where how do I stand out? A custom print makes you stand out. Simple as, because that is your print. And if someone copies that, I can see you've copied that. But also, if brand A to C are doing a print and being successful, I might also do a print. On the basis that you don't have a clear brand identity, you can't go from being minimalist and block colours into prints, in my opinion. At least not straight away. There have been some brands that have gone from being monochrome, slowly into fashion, slowly into colour, and now they're only doing colour, no monochrome anymore. What does that mean? Who knows? Especially with small brands though, you can look into the brand, the owners or the creative director's personal life. You can see that, oh, when they were first taking clothes, they were very depressed, and now they're married with 3 kids.
Got that psychological thing
Thank
behind
you.
it as well.
I'm not talking about that brand, but some people, for example, they get a bit older, they bring out, I don't know, baby collections because they have kids now. They bring out bridal collections because their brand has grown with them and their customers. It's not such a crazy thing, in my opinion. It seems very logical. Either you're following the money because fashion is business, business is fashion, whatever, and something like 9% of fashion brands go bust within 5 years. So you're trying to not be in that statistic. So I get that. So it's a bit of both. If you're following profit, you're following similar stimuli, it can be either or. But I don't think it's a bad thing because ultimately it's a question of who makes culture, who makes decision. Is it the consumer or the producer? Am I telling you that prints are in so you're wearing prints? Or are you telling me that you want more colour so you are buying from
prints.
people, from brands that have prints? So I'm going to follow the consumer. Who knows? It's like the chicken and the egg situation. Which one comes first? So I don't think it's that a contentious issue. I think people get very emotional about it, especially people that only have one brain cell.
People have what?
People that only have one brain cell, like they just get very emotional about it. Just think and pause, and it's.
I think a really prime example of that is like House of CB, and I feel like a lot of people aren't happy with the development.
Yeah.
Of House of CB and where the brand is going, but like what you made was a really good point of like now suddenly I'm doing bridal. It's like House of CB started doing bridal. It makes so much sense that like I don't know if Conor Walker's married, but like but she's that, like older. You're the journey, and
but
like the
she's
journey
not the
they're
only
going
one.
through.
Bridal, I wrote an article about this. Bridal is big business.
Yeah,
you can, and I think this is not fair. I don't know. Bridal dresses are expensive. Simple as.
It's giving deposit money.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, period.
So if you decided to make a bridal collection that is cheaper, sure, why not? But also making the same silhouette that you already have in white, is that a bridal collection? Or is it another colorway and you increasing the pricing because you know it's bridal and you can afford to do so? That's just a question for the group.
So it's true though.
It
is very true.
So that's my thought on bridal collections, and it's very expensive business and it's becoming more and more commercialized. It should really just be between two people showing their love and whatever. Yeah. But that's my view on bridal collections. They're not actually thoughtful bridal collections. And there are some very big bridal designers. Pina Tornay, obsessed with her. If you watch Say Yes to the Dress, she's a big one. There's a lot of really
not gonna lie, I'm going Turkey for my bridal dress.
Why not? It might be cheaper to you to go straight. Don't go to a seamstress.
Yeah.
Bemi's a good one.
Turkey, Albania, Kosovo. Kosovo's a bit expensive.
Alu.
Yeah, I always get it wrong.
I think her name.
Her name might actually be Bemi, but the brand is called like Alu.
I need to stop. I call brand people
by their name.
It's so bad. I was like, oh, did you see Bemi's dress? I was like, who's that? Like, oh, what's their brand again? Like, I have to save like everyone in my phone, any fashion designer I know in my phone, I've put their brand in brackets. I'll just be like, oh yeah, do you see Marianne's dress? Who's that? I'm like, oh, what's her brand again? Farai, by the way, shout out to her. She's adorable. So I'm really bad at that. But yeah, Alu Nuko.
Yes, that's it. You got it.
And she had a really interesting story where her brand developed because people asked her. So she's made bridesmaid dresses, like with Ankara or whatever. She's that kind of person. And the bride asked her, no, she made just dresses. And someone asked her to make the whole bridal party. And the bride's dress, she said, oh, I quite like this. And then where she niched out was that mesh that she dyes. To have a mesh that fine. She dyes it? Yes.
Oh,
to have
we discussed this.
Yeah.
To have a mesh that fine that fits somebody's skin tone is not an easy task.
Wow.
It's not
and that's probably why it's like even Sheldon was getting skin, all like
because if it's gonna be mesh, it needs to give skin. If it doesn't give skin, leave it out.
Can't be getting all nude when you're melanated.
Like it's just very.
Oh, never forget when we had Sheldon, the creator, on the pod.
I love Sheldon, by the way.
What do you say? You always
obsessed with him.
He was wearing like a cardigan with beige, and he was like to you, "What color is this?"
I was like, damn.
And he's like, beige, and he's like, right, now what color am I? So why are you putting beige on this color? He's like, does that look like nude to you?
And it's supposed to be it's called illusion, but the illusion.
There's no illusion.
It's like, what lace? That lace.
Yeah, literally, like, the one over there. Right, one over there.
Oh God, she's doing her thing. Wow, I didn't know she dyed it. It's good,
Yeah.
good
That is really
information.
interesting.
Really, really cool.
Do you guys have a little like girly community of the
I'd
fashion
say
babes?
my girly community of fashion brand owners that keep me alive. Let me give them a cheeky shout out.
Yeah, let's go.
Kenny from Toffee Cole. Love her.
Oh my God, she's been item of the week before as well.
She
has. Yeah,
has.
the bikini, love.
Her new collection is stunning. She wants to get into creative direction, which I think she'll be really good at, because that new shoot with the water.
I saw you post about it.
I literally, so that was a whole story for another day. Marianne from Farai.
Yeah,
obsessed
doing
with
her
her.
thing.
She, love her. Yasmina
Woo, woo, woo.
Oh, girl.
from Mianovsky. That's actually I found out about your podcast. Because,
Oh, really?
Because she went on it. I was like, let me have a listen to my mate.
Yeah.
So, oh, that's adorable.
Oh, I love.
Yasmin. I think those are probably the three people that I
We
that have
discovered
brands.
Yasmina.
Because did she dress you guys?
Yeah, no, we were
yeah,
doing a
she gifted
shoot
us,
because we
she
needed
did,
press shots.
I was
and
actually going to wear that today.
we were going out to like black-owned
Yeah.
brands only because we're like
Let's give
allies,
it,
support the people.
I'm spilling my drink, trying to be ally.
and that's how we found Yasmin, and then it's
Yeah.
just kind of
Yeah.
snowballed from
I
there.
think those probably the three people that I lean on the most. A really cool brand that is coming out, Dammy, is having all the pronouns. It's a swimwear brand for queer people in general, so all the pronouns. So yeah, it's supposed to be. It's not masculine, not feminine, just fully
just-
gender neutral. Really good swimwear. Check them out. Dammy's absolutely adorable. I'm trying to think who else. Also lean on Jen a lot, but Jen refuses to release her brand, so
Who's
beat
Jen?
her up.
What's the brand?
Jen, there is no brand at the moment.
Oh, come on, Jen.
Jen.
Come on. Get on your Zoom at 10.
Jen.
Get on your Zoom. It's embarrassing.
She said, "Let me shout out and also call you out."
But I think I'm really blessed, a really good community. And there's so many people thinking, sorry, how can I forget? Makaya from Canhams, adorable babe. Met her on socials. She is so cool. Like, you know, in someone's brain, obsessed with her. Like, I fangirl over her all the time. Who else do I lean on fashion-wise? I think those probably my four. And not even all together.
Yeah, just separately. They all have
Sometimes-
different strengths.
Yeah, and they all just really do support. And I do think that, and people complain about it's being hard to make friends in the industry. Yes, but when you find your people, you find your people.
Yeah.
And I think just being genuine, having genuine support. So obviously when I first met Mariana, I don't think Farai had started. She was tweeting about it. But I'm thinking, I like what you're doing. I'm not, how do I say this? This is why I'm not really pro networking. Okay, it just seems very mission orientated
Yeah.
and just a bit
It's calculated.
calculated.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, I like what you're doing. Let me retweet. It's not about that. And then I'm like, oh, okay, you should try this. You should try that. Or I give unsolicited advice all the time.
I love that.
I'm like, because I just think you're just something cool. You should be cooler. If I have this time of information, let me try and help. And we became really good friends. Like, same with Kenny, same with Yasmina. Yasmina, I randomly went to school with her.
Oh my God.
Did not remember, met her again, and she was staring at me like the weirdo she is. And I was like, what is babe staring at me for? Like,
I can imagine the face.
No, literally.
and the thing is,
She's like,
my face has not changed since I was like a baby. You know, people don't know that. I don't know my baby photo.
Yeah.
No one else does.
Cute.
So people always recognize me because I
you
haven't
don't
changed.
recognize
Yeah.
anyone.
I'm also terrible with faces and names. I don't know anyone. I don't know myself. So she was staring at me, and I was just
She's my kind of girl. I don't know anyone.
I don't know anyone. She was staring at me. I was like, what is going on? And I think later we must have realized. And I was like, oh, when she went to my school, oh, hi. And I was like, okay, cool. And so these are my people that they are. And I think having a community of people that get it. So when I'm complaining about manufacturers, it's not a stupid complaint. It's something serious. And you understand why I'm complaining about how this is a whole thing, etc., etc. But I think that's probably my little fashion community. If I've forgotten anyone, you already know I only have one brain, so I'm so sorry.
It's the vibe. Do you have plans? And obviously, I mean, you don't have to speak on it because sometimes people want to keep things like to themselves. But I just feel like you have a wealth of knowledge and you have so much to offer and insight. Have you considered doing things like beyond being a brand owner in terms of like creative direction and like behind the scenes type of things? Or
I think it's probably why I started. So writing's an interesting one for me. I've had a blog for maybe 2 years now. No one has a link. I write my blog religiously every single week. It's locked. I just need to get the information out of my head.
oh wow,
So when it came to applying for this role at Co-op, they said, do you have any published works?
it's behind a paywall.
Like, yeah, but no, but kind of.
So I literally sent the link and I unlocked it. But obviously no one knows what they're looking for. my friends keep asking. I still blog. I put photos. I put links.
Wow.
I didn't know anyone's going to click it.
the whole shebang. And then
it's published. Just
And I'm like, oh, phew. I was like, oh, I didn't post this week. Oh, everyone's going to be so upset. No one knows. Like, no one has the link at all. I love this. And so when they had to apply for it, I was like, okay, cool. I put the link and I unlocked it because no one's looking for it because it doesn't say by Jade. It just says by author. I will research it. I'll put references. I enjoy writing. And I think I just really enjoy it. So when it came to writing or applying for GWOP, I was like, I don't have any published work. Okay, I'll put this down. And they liked it. And I said, oh wow, how long have you been writing for? And I was thinking, if they ask me how many subscribers I have, I'll just scream. And I'll say 0. And because I only have one visitor ever, that's you. So I think that's probably what I really enjoy so far. There are some really cool opportunities I've had from writing. Regarding next steps of Jade and what's next, I don't know. I think I'm open to stuff. Good. I have a really cool talk I'm doing for it's an internal one for a brand. Yeah, I don't know. Let me stop.
Okay, yeah, fine. Yeah, for a brand, love it.
For a brand, I'm doing a talk there. And it's my first.
We love to see it.
It's my first talk, which I think is really interesting. How that came about is really cool. So I think I enjoy writing. I don't know what I'll do next steps. I will say that anyone that asks me for advice, I do give. Do not come to me and ask me for advice after I've said this. But anyone that has asked me ever before, I'm always really happy to help. I don't know. I don't know what's next. Oh, hand up.
Do you know what I want to see?
What?
A collaboration between you and Shakayla.
Ooh. I'm obsessed with her.
Because both of you...
I'm literally...
I'm like... I'm in awe right now. That's why I've been so quiet, and it's very rare for me to like shut my mouth.
Too much.
No. We're like, I'm like taking everything in, and I just feel like you can really tell that like you're passionate, but it's not. It just like rolls off your tongue, like you're so knowledgeable about this, and it just really reminded me about Shakayla, like the way she spoke, and I just thought
I really want like an in conversation with.
I would be happy to do that. I follow her on Instagram. I'm obsessed with her.
Send her this clip and then DM her.
I feel like we need to make
the intro.
Should we do the intro?
No, you don't understand. I think
people up.
I think she follows me on Instagram.
Yeah, no.
Get it.
Because of psychology and like your
who knows
from brand point of view, consumer, the economic side together. The book.
I'm definitely going to read those
I can
books
see
that you recommended, by the way.
It's amazing, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I'm always reading. I'm reading a book at the moment, which is very slow though.
But see, that's my issue. I'm a fiction babe. I like to get lost in
best documentary. If you really want to get in, if you really want to have your interest piqued,
peek it.
It's documentary.
I couldn't help myself. Sorry.
It's documentary. Not the snort.
Sorry.
You guys are ridiculous.
Sorry.
You guys. This is a serious conversation about fashion and culture. This is the Style and City Diaries.
Literally the most
podcast.
Serious place on the planet.
Be serious.
Be serious.
Be for real.
BFFR.
BFFR.
Right now.
It's what is it even called? Now I forgot the name.
The documentary.
Yeah. Oh gosh. It was on Sky. It's about Tom. It's about the big four creative directors at the time in the 90s. Tom Ford, John Galliano, the racist, but he repented, I think. And
they all did. Look at Tom Hilfiger. Zendaya was literally like the face of his brand.
No, but he went to jail.
Oh,
for what?
John Galliano, for being a racist, for being anti-Semitic. It was caught on video.
I mean, that would do it.
Yeah, no, it was. That's why he got taken off. Don't quote me. Dior, was he Dior? I can't remember. Anyway, so it was Tom Ford at Gucci when he was first at Gucci. It's about the development of LVMH and Kering.
Okay.
When they first started with Bernard Arnault and Pinault. I always get Pinault. Francois Pinault, I think, married to Salma Hayek. Fun fact. That's why she's always in McQueen. She's always in some kind of Kering brand. You rarely catch her in LV because that's not her. People them. Yeah. Fun fact.
All right. If you remember the name of the documentary, we will post it on the Instagram.
On the Instagrams. Oh my God.
While you're maybe trying to secretly search for it, I will lay up the next segment. So obviously last week we We didn't forget to, but we were just like, it wasn't
just
the
in
vibe.
conversation.
Like BT Awards just wasn't the vibe of the conversation we were having. But we
God.
decided we're going to save it because we've always wanted to do a little red carpet situation with a guest.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Kingdom of Dreams.
Boom.
Dreams.
And they can catch that on Sky.
It's 4 parts. 10 out of 10 recommend. It's so... There was some YSL tears, and like the owner of YSL speaking down on his new owners.
Listen, the fashion industry is
messy.
That's so messy.
Messy.
Sorry, continue.
Right. So we are going to quickly, I mean, we don't have that much time.
Oh gosh.
But we're just going to quickly touch on the BET Awards look. So I'm going to start by just being honest that I don't actually have the brain cells for award shows anymore.
Sorry.
In terms of
I told you that I wrote
yeah,
some
she wrote notes on paper.
Thank you. Do you know? Do you know why
Jesus,
we
my
don't?
elbow.
I'm gonna
No,
answer your question.
I mean brain cells in terms of like even staying on top of like the performances,
going
in
on,
like the
yeah.
whole
It's a
production.
lot.
Oh yeah,
It's
no,
a
I don't
lot.
watch the
Yeah.
productions. I did a red. I like.
I
to
can
look at the
just
red
about
carpet.
get my gears.
But also, why it's so difficult because we say this every single time, and every single time we do red carpet, I'm gonna say it. Can you fucking journalists put down what people are wearing? It's stressful.
Best place for that is Check the Tag on Instagram.
Okay.
They're an amazing resource.
I follow.
They're
I've
so
got one
quick.
similar
They
to
also
that.
tag stylists often, which is very, very useful.
Amazing.
I'm saying that when I'm doing red carpet reviews as a journalist,
Check the tag.
amazing. They're based in Brazil, but genuinely, sometimes if you go on there, you'll see 100 new posts. Because they post
down there zoomy.
everything. They're insane.
But that's good because my thing, I have beef with the fashion publications because it don't make sense because what are you actually doing?
Now I have four keynotes.
All right,
about
we're gonna
BET.
lead with your 4 notes.
Number 1, what is the dress code?
Precisely.
I thought the same thing.
Like where everyone is going
On a
to
different
something
flex.
very different.
Nobody knows. Number 2, bags should not be on the carpet ever. Respectfully, you're going to work and you need to carry your Oyster card. You're taking a photo.
Do you have any references? Who's
you-
carrying a bag?
Our good sis, Pink Pantheress. Pink
Oh,
Pantheress.
her and
No,
I've got that
She
screenshot.
even
Yeah, I
carries
screenshotted
a
it as
bag
well.
on stage. Yeah, no.
I actually think it
Yeah,
helps with
the-
her social anxiety though, because I'm quite an anxious person.
No, she said that
and
she
if
needs
I don't
something
have
to
a
hold.
bag,
No. She was saying that she needs to carry her like Carmex and stuff.
no, she needs to cool
Like she
down.
carries it on stage as well. She needs.
Yeah,
that's
she's
the only
always
person
singing with it.
I will only allow her because she always carries a bag.
Well, this lady, I don't know who she is, but I actually want to know who she is because I liked her look.
Let me see.
Madison Rhiann, she
No.
carried a bag, and that was kind of like
But again, back to point 1. What is the dress code?
it was, she ate.
But what was the dress code? Question. Point number 3. A failed attempt is better than no attempt at all. Let me take you to Shamik Moore. He tried. He did not eat, but the attempt is appreciated nonetheless. Okay. The fit wasn't great, but he tried. He needed. I don't know what he needed, but he made the effort, so it's appreciated.
Can we just?
Yeah, can we see?
Oh, yes,
Sorry.
Oh, the Peter Piper
So
socks.
why do they love the short shirt, the short suit?
It's a Tom Brown. Tom Brown.
But it's not for everyone.
It's not for everyone.
You know
That's
what?
the
But however,
thing.
I did say a failed attempt.
It's better,
Better than no attempt at all.
Fine,
No, sorry to
fine.
cut you quickly. I listen to the Joe Budden podcast on and off. Don't disrespect me. I have issues. But anyway, and they spoke about
Loves it.
they spoke about the BET Awards.
Yeah.
And for men that can't dress for shit, a lot of them, they made the point that like it seems like a lot of these artists and celebrities just wear outfits because it's a brand, not because it's nice.
Do you know what? However, I think that's a twofold issue. Sometimes it's not nice on you.
Yep.
I think it's
Know
as,
thyself.
As a designer, sometimes you are the problem. My friend Temi A said a very good thing. When you're taking 100 photos and they all don't eat, it's you. And she told me that, and I was offended, but she didn't lie. Because sometimes
I feel like
no.
I've just been read, but like
No, but also, because think
So
about it. There's been times
subconsciously.
when you've been times when first pick eats, second pick eats, third pick eats, because the outfit everything eats. 101
Bro,
picks.
last
not a
week-
single one eats.
Last week
It's
I
you.
almost bit. I was like, but the picture.
she's like the angle,
you know, I
angle.
took a second, and then she was like, "Let me do more." I was like, "It's okay," because I think it dawned on me that it's me, and it's
Yeah,
fine.
no, it was
I
after.
felt so bad.
it
I
was
was like,
after
let me try again.
it was
Like literally an
after
hour
we
later.
went to Rocker Brunch, so I wasn't even sober. Photo upon photo, angle upon angle. 3 friends at one time, 3 different phones. Not single one has been posted.
Not 3 different phones.
Timmy said no more.
It's just not happening.
It's
Sometimes
at
we need
this
to accept
moment,
it's not happening right now.
It's you. You know, so just...
And it's not you every day, just you for now.
it's just you today.
Yeah.
Today.
This fit, this moment is not eating. You know? And she said that, and I was heartbroken, but she didn't lie. Because, like, the last weekend, every single photo ate.
Yeah.
Every single one. Even the slips. I'm talking, I'm looking scrummy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That time, I wasn't talking, I was posing for my life.
You know, you've just saved all the photographers right now.
People are going to be like, it's
All
you!
all the Instagram boyfriends like, babe, it's you. So wait, point number 4. What is the dress code?
Yeah.
Those are these
Oh,
are
so we
4
circled back to
Back
point
to
number
the
1.
dress code.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what I had to say. I wrote these. Now, I think there was, with BET.
Can I just say something?
Yes.
Jade sent us a message. Obviously, we was like, "Oh, we're doing BET. Like, just get the items you like and don't like." And her response was, "Finding it really difficult to find something."
No, I think I swear like a day later, like 24 hours later, still
single. Like, so where's the nice outfit?
No, I was like, because you know, I said to man, people ask me to review. I often do red carpet reviews on my story, and I said no for my mental health. Yeah, here I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we love it.
Disgusted.
Any honourable mentions before we wrap up?
Shout out to Ari. What's her? It's Ari Fletcher. That's not her.
Ari the Don.
Yeah, shout out to her and her surgeon, because the way did you not see how that he posted her on his surgery page? He said, "Look at my work," something like that, of her in this BET.
Wasn't
outfit.
she selling like a workout plan the other day?
Yeah.
No, but her surgeon posted it on his feed like twice.
Oh.
Someone made a really good point that was like, don't do workout plan to get that body, because it's not. Do workout plan of how to keep the body after you've had a BBL.
Yeah.
And sell it to
that's more
BBL
sellable,
girls.
yeah.
Then send it to
me.
me.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Honorable mention. Uncle Waffles.
Oh, I didn't see what she wore.
Her.
Look at that.
Okay, it's giving stunning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
So back to point 1 and 4. What is the dress code?
Yeah.
But
Sorry, I've got an honourable mention.
oh, okay.
A bad honourable mention.
Oh no.
Sorry.
Pass it back. It's giving old ladies.
No. It's Bia.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that?
I'm in the middle with Bia's look though.
50-50.
I'm in the middle.
Do you know what is the shoes? Those are Alexander Wang, aren't they? These shoes. I feel like I know.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm in the
fuck with
middle.
him.
I don't. Yeah, no.
No, he's a naughty guy apparently.
I'm in the middle. I really liked
I think I would have liked it on the beach with a bikini. I know that I would like to
the dress. Yeah.
In the sand with long flowy kind of like slightly curly hair, maybe 2 braids in the front. Like on the beach, maybe like in the Maldives, somewhere really bright.
And I want your toes out. I want it barefoot.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Not what it feels like you're on the beach. Either you're in the water, but I think just again, point 1 and 4. What was the dress code?
Sometimes it's not the fit, it's the location and the person.
And again, what was the dress code? We will never know.
Leanne Pinnock ate.
Loved.
She always looks
I
quite
loved,
nice.
Really,
yeah.
she does.
She
I
looks
really
quite nice.
enjoyed
She was
her
very
outfit.
happy to be there. And I think my negative honourable mention might have to be
No. If you really want to talk about negative honourable mention, and it's funny when you discover someone, you don't know them, but today I now know you. Michael Blackson.
Oh,
The colourful.
Yeah.
The rainbow.
Joseph's Technicoloured coat, but make it sexy. Real belly out.
Sexy?
He thought he ate.
Flo looked
He
nice.
he was so.
Flo looked nice.
Oh, I didn't
What
see
did they
Flo.
wear?
Oh, okay, cute.
okay.
They look
Fine.
cute. They look
Thank
cute.
They
you.
look cute.
I don't like.
Did you also see
George's hair.
Doichi?
Oh, babe.
No,
Is that
yeah.
not one of my screenshots?
I'm shy.
Her.
What
It's
was
like
that?
this Y2K thing. I don't think we need to force it at every event. Because even Pink Pantheress was doing some kind of Y2K
with the jean boots.
I understand.
Even Tiger.
I saw that. I understand that styles are
I
cyclical.
get it.
Trends are cyclical, but what do we have for 2020s? What is the 2020 trend?
It's a
What
recycle
are
of
the
all the
fashion
trends
girlies going to study in 2020 history? Like for the 2020 history?
that we
like the
just
20s.
we ate all the other looks. and
No,
all the
we
other
just
Because
did
trends.
we're back to
Y2K.
minimalism, and I feel like there was some really cool, and there are some really cool designers doing good things. But when we have eras of like, what's her name, Phoebe Philo, we're not gonna have her again. Her brand's coming out. The fashion girlies, my wallet is my wallet is struggling in France. Oh, imagine that on camera. I'm so sorry.
Welcome to our world.
I forgot that this wasn't just I forgot there were visuals. And when I saw myself, I said, oh no. But Phoebe
Story of our
Philo,
lives.
Phoebe Philo is the GOAT. All of this minimalist babies, all those bitches are her sons.
I love.
All those bitches are her sons. And she's that quiet baby. If you see her on the street, you might even know it's her. Another, I feel like Soleil Bembry, always pronounce his name incorrectly. Amazing guy, really cool designer. He kind of doesn't only do fashion, people that do different things at the same time. I'm trying to think, really cool people. Of course, we have these designers or great designers that end up being creative directors at big brands like Maximilian Davis, who's at Ferragamo. Doing really great things at Ferragamo, but I do miss him at Maximilian Davis as himself. But
not as a creative director.
Yeah, as in, because obviously he shuttered his brand to do, which is a great opportunity, and he's doing really good things at Ferragamo. And Ferragamo as a brand, amazing. If I remember correctly, and I could be lying, but I don't think I am.
I lie all the time on the pod.
The founder of Ferragamo, Salvatore Ferragamo, do not encourage me. Salvatore Ferragamo was the founder of the platform shoe. It was literally this rainbow one. Yeah, he designed that because the story is that an Italian lady came into his workshop and complained about the cobble streets. So he made the shoes. He's like, there's always like 50 different people made at the same time.
What an icon.
Yeah, so him being there, also up until that point, it was family owned. Like, it's really, it's still funny. It's really, really cool. So he's doing really great there. But I do miss individual brands, and I am against luxury conglomerates like LVMH taking over the market.
Yeah.
The ultimate, I feel like the designer of our generation that got left to the wayside because of corporate greed in the fashion market is that's my guy, Zach Posen. Zach Posen creates pieces that make you want to cry. Imagine like a real life Disney princess. He has this dress he dressed Jordan Dunning for the Met Gala 2017, 2018. This red petal dress made from this like these acrylic thing, stunning. And his sketches are beautiful. He had this amazing documentary, but his brand got shuttered because he just couldn't make the money. But even his mind is absolutely stunning. Do you know what it is to think of something in your head and then to see it? That's crazy. His mind is amazing, but there's some really, really, really cool designs doing really cool things. Especially, best place to go, graduate shows. She's going to hate me for this. Jordan, her brand is JVRDZ. She had this amazing fur trim coat. There was the way that she cut this coat. Oh, God. Come and see brain cells. It was sex. Wasn't even sexy, it was sex. Hey. Like the lines, the angles. It was maybe like a 45-degree angle here on the hip. So where it will sit on your hip. Oh, you dumb. And you just graduated. Oh, I stared at that thing again and again. I said, marry me or I'm die. Hey! This coat, it must be mine. I've been berating her like, when is it coming? I need to finish my exam. Forget the exam.
Fuck your exam.
Fuck your nap. Give me the jacket.
Oh my God, Jade, I could talk to you all day. I could listen to you all day. Where can we find you?
Where can you find me? Everywhere online at Jade The Tall One. Simple enough. Actually, yeah, everywhere, yeah. Instagram. My stories tend to be essays. You want a bit of education there.
Because I do
quite enjoy your stories.
I do.
I'll be chatted away.
I sit and like take my time.
I actually read. Most people I don't because it's not Twitter.
Yeah, but I read yours. Yeah.
It's given essay. TikTok is just whatever's going on in my life. I'm usually outside. I stay being outside. So TikTok's about that. Twitter is at the moment mainly Love Island and random brand updates. But mainly most of my brand updates are actually on my Instagram's probably my epicenter of me online. Yeah, I'm more active on there. But yeah, that's pretty.
And anything you want to announce about the brand? Anything to look
upcoming?
Out for?
Yes. Sorry.
Yes.
I have my new pieces coming out across different days in July.
Ooh!
Nasia, which is a low back dress with a print I designed, again, sunset inspired with a bell sleeve because that's my bag. Coming out on the 6th of July.
That's very soon. The 6th
like
of July
tomorrow.
is like...
Yeah. Today.
No. Today, when
no,
this comes out. When it's live.
It's coming out now.
Right now.
Right now. It's here even.
It's
Get on your Zoom.
She's excited. So we have 3 pieces coming out. And then in September will be the faux fur coats. I need to choose another colourway. My brand's called Rozana London. ROZANALDN.
Boom.
But that's linked on my Instagram, Jade The Tall One. What else? And I'm always writing. I have many thoughts and many thoughts on paper.
Yeah.
At Guap.
At
Guap, sorry.
Get it right.
Always linked to my story.
Sorry, Guap.
What?
Yeah.
Sorry, Guap.
And I'll be
and
at the
not
Guap
on her
Gala.
blog.
Not on my blog.
Release the blog though, come on.
Never. I'm gonna be the Guap. This is messy. Let's go. The Guap Gala. I'm gonna be there this year as press.
Cool.
Yes, interesting. Last year, I was writing about my story when I was on holiday in Houston, and I got blocked and got first to be beaten up because I said your outfit. I didn't like some people's outfits.
Yeah, but so did we.
Yeah, no, but people were very upset. But it's just funny that this year I'm gonna be there
as press
and be paid to be there.
Period.
It's just funny. God works for me. But I'm excited to see people's outfits, and I always say, I think with fashion critique, this is my big thing. I don't like your outfit, but I still like your work.
Yes.
This is
and I like you as a person.
It's got nothing to do with you. It's not personal.
I love you.
But like just this outfit
just
today,
right.
I personally did not like.
Yeah.
But if you think you ate, that's all that
Go
matters.
off.
And I think that's what people get really funny about that. But I think you're a cool person. You're a cool person regardless. And yeah, that's it. But fashion is life. Life is fashion.
Why do people beat us up when we fucking like?
They don't actually beat us up. We just think they do.
No.
Never got attacked.
No. I be getting DMs.
Oh really?
Yeah,
we don't.
Oh, we don't. To be fair, we don't.
To be fair,
we
maybe because I look like I got that look that I'll back my beef to get.
Yeah,
but
do you know what? We don't get
That's my
DMs,
problem.
but we have people that have seen our work and be like, "Oh, you're the girls that ruffle feathers. Oh, you're the girls that comment on this. Oh, you're."
Feathers. I just say
But
that it's
we
basic.
don't even really ruffle feathers. It's just say what people are thinking.
And also, it's not. If you, one thing about me, if you DM me, I will screenshot and post it without your name.
Love.
Like that's my go-to thing. The people in DMs, they're the real villains. Because and I think because people know that even if something good about me, I still won't put the person's name. So now people feel very comfortable. Some of these BET things that I haven't even seen. Jade, have you seen this? Isn't it shit?
I'm like,
whoa! Come on, give me a chance.
DMs and all kinds of things. So come and chat to me on Instagram. I actually do respond. If you're not crazy, if you're crazy, I will not respond.
If you're crazy. All right, Jade, it's been real.
Thank you.
Thank you
I
so
had a
much.
good
We
time.
love it.
Literally.
Thank you. Listen
Guys,
next week again. Make sure you tune
yeah.
in. Was it follow, subscribe, follow them on Instagram as well. If they're DJing, come and have a look. See what they're getting up to. Support the girls. It's summer. They're going to be outside. Hopefully see them at festivals next year.
Yes.
I love.
That's the aim. And I will say the waists are looking a bit invisible. That's what I gotta say. That's what I gotta say. I gotta say it. I noticed it. I noticed it.
All
You
right.
know how that's how we talk about it. Fat every week on the pod, bruv.
All right, girlies
Thank
and
you.
boys. Until next week.